you are someone who's been experiencing major or minor health issues in your life that have been unable to be resolved, did you know that you can use astrology to understand why these symptoms are showing up so that you can resolve them once and for all? Watch today's video where I'm going to be sharing my personal experience of using astrology to resolve some of my major health issues and how you can use this too to get into a healthy state of being. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Isabel, your spiritual rebel friend, and today we are talking about health and astrology. I want to start straight out the gate by saying as a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I have no health labels or professional experience. I'm just someone who is adamant about being healthy, and I'm an astrologer, and I have found that there are some ways we can use astrology as a guidance system to help us get back to health, and have been seriously helpful for me after having persistent health issues. So if you are someone who's experiencing major or minor health issues and you're just looking to get all frames of reference, all perspectives, and get some insight into what may be creating this issue, then I invite you to watch today's video. But please do not come at me by saying you don't have professional credentials, you're not a doctor. I'm not claiming to be. This is astrological advice and its perspective on health, and how specifically your moon sign could be the reason that you maybe are experiencing health issues, regardless of what they are. And so in today's video specifically, I'm going to share what the moon sign is, how this affects our health, and how you can use this information today to start improving your physical health and well-being, as well as mental health and well-being. And if you are someone who is looking for more guidance and you like this perspective and you want to use astrology to revitalize your body, your mind, and your spirit, then I invite you to book a reading down in the description box below, where in 1 hour we can go deep into your soul's unique energetic imprint and what may be blocking you from reaching vital health, and so much more. If you're looking for love, purpose, something else entirely, these readings are for you. Learn more about readings in the description box down below. So first off, let's talk about the moon sign. What is it and how does it have an effect on our health? If you don't already know, you have something called your moon sign in your chart because every planet was in a different location according to the zodiac wheel at your moment of birth. So maybe you're a Virgo with a Pisces moon. Maybe you're a Pisces sun with a Cancer moon or a Scorpio moon. You have a sign that your moon is in, and this indicates your emotional temperament. It, in the most basic way, tells you what you need for emotional fulfillment and what your emotional pattern may be. It's associated with whatever that zodiac sign is associated with. So an example, I'm a moon in Cancer. It means I need more nurturance for emotional fulfillment, but I may have more of a tendency towards sensitivity and volatility. It's so fun. Now, depending on the sign again, that's what your emotional fulfillment is and also what your emotional pattern is. On a deeper level, our moon sign really does tell us about our nervous system. The reason is because if we go deeper into the moon sign, our moon sign tells us our relationship to our mother. It tells us about our most initial primal connection that we reach for security. And that wires our nervous system in how we react to responses from other people. We either go, this is good, it gets me what I want, or this is bad, it doesn't get me what I want. And I've noticed across the board that people who I know as friends mainly, and my personal life, that your moon sign, because it's this nervous system and it tells us about our childhood and our mother wounds and our mother relationship, it oftentimes tells a story of what later physical problems may arise based off of how much you fulfill your emotional needs. So before we even get any further and talk about how health really plays into this a step further and how to know what health issue this will indicate, I want you to look at your moon sign right now. If you have it on hand, I do recommend you have my moon sign self-care workbook because it gives you a quick guide to your moon sign, as well as a list of journal prompts, practices, and so much more that you can use for your moon sign. And ask yourself, do I have this fulfilled? If you don't and you're having health issues, you're gonna like this next segment. So how exactly does the moon sign affect our health? Yes, your moon sign dictates a bit of your nervous system from personal interpretations of astrology. It tells us about our mother relationship, which tells us how we're going to navigate emotional needs in the future. But a step further in how this can show up as your physical symptom is every single zodiac sign is associated with a different part of the body. For example, Aries is the head, Pisces, or let's do Aquarius, is the circulation. Gemini is the lungs and the arms. And so every single zodiac sign has a different part of the body that it's associated with. I believe Pisces is the feet, but there's also one other thing associated. I'm not remembering off the top of my head. Don't worry, I'm going to show on the screen later what part of the body is associated for each zodiac sign. But because each zodiac sign is associated with the part of the body, I've noticed with my friends, those I love, and some clients, and mainly with myself, that your moon sign has a part of the body that is associated with the sign. And this tends to be where the physical health issues manifest. Let me put this into an example with my own personal experience. As I said, I'm a Cancer moon. I'm a Cancer moon in the 7th house, which means I need emotional nurturance, security, and support in one-on-one relationships, friendships, romantic partnerships. So one-on-one deep emotional connections where I feel safe and understood and emotionally heard are very important. I was in a relationship back about a year and a half ago. Gosh, it's been so long, I can't quite remember. January of 2024. And I had my boyfriend just move in with me. Due to unforeseen circumstances, he moved in with me. And our relationship felt pretty good to my Cancer moon for a really long time. I met him, I felt like I could share anything with him. He was my emotional security blanket. I was definitely anxiously attached to him. And so I was finding, as we were living together, starting in January, that I was having all these stomach issues. I could not eat anything. I went for about 2 weeks, I believe, just living off of bone broth and rice, because I would wake up in the middle of the night and be unable to fall asleep because it felt like my stomach was on fire and I could not get anything down. I couldn't eat anything, everything hurt. I would have to lay down and I just had to wait for the pain to go away, and it wouldn't. And so the only thing that wouldn't upset my stomach was bone broth and rice. And I couldn't quite figure out why. Fast forward 2 weeks after he had moved in, I go to see my family and I start telling them about and connecting with my mom about the issues I'm maybe feeling in my relationship. And I'm feeling a sense of connection, and within 24 hours of being away, my stomach issues resolved. Now, funny enough, if we look at astrology and we look at the part of the body that is associated with Cancer, is the stomach, along with the breasts, but the stomach is associated with Cancer. At the time that I was moved in, or had my boyfriend move in with me, we were experiencing major conflict. We were really not on healthy talking terms. We were still talking, but we had a major conflict come up that we were not resolving. And I was starting to feel like he was around me all the time and not connecting with me. He would rather watch TV or learn something new or do his own thing rather than talk to me, connect to me, be that security blanket that he was for so long. And I was feeling, as a Cancer moon in 7th house, extremely disconnected. And I was unable to really share how I felt about the relationship and share how I felt. I wasn't able to say, hey, I feel disconnected from you. So I'm not saying this is a perfect relationship here. I'm just sharing on the note of health and astrology. So when I went to see my family and started emotionally sharing how I felt and feeling connected and understood, my stomach issues went away. Now, if that is not enough of a convincing story, I cannot tell you how many Gemini moons I've worked with who've had major anxiety, who have had circulation issues, which is a bit Aquarian, but issues specifically with their senses in their hands and their arms. I cannot tell you how many Virgo moons, I have family members, Virgo moons in particular, who have had digestive issues. I cannot tell you how many Pisces moons who have bad circulation in their feet. I can't tell you how many Aquarius moons actually have just circulation issues in general. It's become very prevalent to me that this can be a connection. And so what maybe is the health issue that's arising for you based off of your moon sign? I'm gonna just do snapshots over the screen explaining or writing out the part of the body that is associated with each zodiac sign. And I want you to look at what your moon sign is in your chart. Do you have health issues with that body part associated with your moon sign? So if you're an Aries moon, do you have migraines? If you're a Taurus moon, do you have throat issues? Or if you're a Gemini moon, do you have issues with your arms or with your lungs, your breathing? If you're a Cancer moon, do you have stomach issues or breast issues? These are all things that could arise. And if you are seeing this correlation, This is why I want to talk about this video, is not to just say, congratulations, you can see the astrology behind your health issue. It's to say how you can navigate it. Because we can see from my story that what resolved my health issue was by fulfilling my moon sign. And so the same thing will go for you. If you're experiencing health issues and it's connected to the part of the body that is associated with your moon sign, then you can use your moon sign as your medicine to create healing in the body. So your task work, if you're experiencing health issues and you want to use this as a modality for healing, is to ask yourself, how can I fulfill my moon sign? Again, this is why I like my moon sign self-care workbook. I know I've shamelessly plugged this so many times, but it's because I genuinely reference my own moon sign self-care workbook for my Cancer moon every day to understand it and ask myself, am I checking off the boxes of what I need? If you're an earth moon, how can you provide yourself more security? Because you're probably having health issues arise because you don't have your own self-sufficient security. If you're a water moon, how can you connect more with people and connect with your emotions? You're probably living too busy of a life where you don't get to connect with people, or you're surrounded with people who are emotionally avoidant and you can't connect with them, and you're not getting to share what you feel. If you're an air moon, you're not being curious enough. How can you add more stimulation and fun and novelty and curiosity and learning into your life? How can you share your thoughts? And if you're a, what did I not cover? Fire moon. Are you challenging yourself enough? Are you doing the wrong kinds of challenges? Do you feel like life is boring, not passionate? Do you need more play? Using your moon sign, if you're having health issues and you're seeing the correlation to your moon sign is calling you to fulfillment. And the same goes for any part of your chart. So I did put over the screen the part of the body that is associated with that sign. If it's not your moon sign, I invite you to check what sign you have, where that is in your chart. Maybe it's just a house cusp. Maybe it's an empty house. Maybe you have a planet there. Maybe your Chiron's there. Maybe your Saturn's there. That is what you are needing. Another example of how this plays out is, for me, I oftentimes get throat issues as well. And I know for me, my 6th house cusp starts in Taurus. And I have my Venus in Taurus in 6th house. And so with this in mind, whenever I have throat issues arise, throat is associated with Taurus, I know I'm not living a slow enough pace of life and making time for indulgence and comfort. So you can use the same system, even if it's not your moon sign, to understand why these health issues are arising. And that very pain point is your medicine. Simply put, the zodiac signs are associated with parts of the body, and that is how we oftentimes, the body speaks to us through that body part to know what energetic need isn't being met. So let me know down in the comments below, did this resonate for you? What is the health issue that you're navigating? Did this give you insight in a potential way of navigating it? Again, this is not medical advice, this is astrological advice. So please do not come at me by saying this isn't professional or whatever, because I'm an astrologer, I'm a YouTuber. If you're going to YouTube about your health issues and they're really that severe, maybe you should be going to see a doctor. But point being, this is just astrological advice. Please don't come at me for it. Let me know if this helped you down in the comments below. Let me know if you would like me to answer more questions regarding health issues and astrology, and I would love to talk about it more. And be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos breaking down the stars and more. I thank you guys so much for watching this video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. Once again, my name is Isabel, and from my heart to yours, namaste.